Welcome to the World News on Myanmar International. I'm Sophie Wee, and here is the news. Chinese Premier Wen Jiabao met with Japanese Emperor Akihito on Tuesday, 1st of June, before leaving Japan to return home to China after a 3-day visit to Tokyo. Wen's visit comes as Japan and China agree to set up emergency hotlines and preventive measures to avoid maritime friction sparked by Beijing's growing naval reach in the region. Japan failed to convince the Chinese premier to let go of Beijing's cautious stance on the sinking of a South Korean warship, which Japanese Prime Minister Yukio Hatoyama has joined Seoul and Washington in saying it was torpedoed by North Korea. Dozens of Taiwanese volunteers arrived at quake-stricken Lota in Chile on Sunday, 30th May, delivering thousands of blankets, tarps, and non-perishable food items to victims of the February 27th earthquake, which devastated much of central Chile. Cleanup is still underway in Lota as damaged homes are being rebuilt if possible and scrapped if not. Residents, many of whom lost their homes in the quake, flocked to a local school where Taiwanese volunteers from the Buddhist NGO, Tzu Chi, delivered much-needed supplies to smiling residents.
This is huge, and with the ceremony they do to give thanks and ask God for blessings. It is beautiful, and that they have come to such a faraway country to support us and help us, and to know a bit about our culture. It is fantastic.
当然，我们慈济基金会已经在全球帮助70个国家。
Our foundation is very concerned about the harm caused to people due to natural disaster. We have had in more than 70 countries. We were working in Haiti and we had about the problems with the earthquake in Chile, and we came straight here.
很多的这个信息呢，我们知道所有的详情以后呢，马上我通知当地的这个侨社那么看看我们能够做些什么事情。所以智利的这个地震的赈灾呢，其实也是我们今年国际赈灾的一个大事。
Tzu Chi had previously sent thousands of blankets and other supplies to other damaged cities. In addition, the Taiwanese government has sent some $200,000 to help rebuild Chile's Biobío region. Stunned victims of Tropical Storm Agatha wept by destroyed homes, while rescue crews dug bodies out of mud in Guatemala cities on Monday, 31st May, after torrential rain killed at least 146 people and left 56 missing across Central America. People covered in dirt searched for their loved ones as the stench of mud and sewage from flooded drains filled the air of towns outside Guatemala City, and emergency workers urged survivors to leave their ruined houses and go to shelters. The rains have opened up sinkholes in the Guatemala's capital.
There are houses that were destroyed immediately after being struck by sticks. We are helpless here. Many people have lost their homes. Maybe 50 homes were destroyed.
Storm Agatha slammed into Guatemala on Saturday, dumping more than 3 feet of rain in the mountainous west of the country and in neighboring El Salvador, and sparking worries about damage to the coffee crop in both countries. Up to 25 bodies of suspected drug gang victims were found in an abandoned silver mine near the colonial city of Texco in the state of Guerrero, Mexico. The decomposed bodies, which had been thrown down a 500-foot deep ventilation shaft, were found after police were tipped off. Mexican media reported that some of the bodies were found with their hands and feet bound. Drug violence is raging across Mexico, and almost 23,000 people have been killed in the fight among cartels with Mexican security forces since the army-led crackdown on drug gangs in 2006. In sports, Serbian fourth seed Jelena Jankovic eased past Slovakia's Daniela Hantuchova 6-4, 6-2 to reach the quarterfinals of the French Open on Monday, 31st May. Jankovic, a semi-finalist in Paris in 2007 and 2008, was rarely troubled by the 23rd seed during her 1 hour and 25-minute stroll on the center court. Rafael Nadal snuffed out the threat of Brazil's Tomás Bellucci, winning 6-2, 7-5, 6-4, to avoid any repeat of last year's fourth-round exit. Justine Henin's hopes of a fifth French title vanished with a 2-6, 6-1, 6-4 fourth-round defeat by Australian seventh seed Stan Stosur. Stosur now faces American top seed Serena Williams for a place in the semi-finals. The world number one lost the first 7 points against Israel's Shahar Peer before racing past the Israeli 6-2, 6-2. Earlier, Serbian Novak Djokovic came through a defiant start from American Robbie Ginepri to win 6-4, 2-6, 6-1, 6-2 and booked his place in the quarterfinals. Ginepri had the crowd and his opponent laughing when he fell face down while scrambling to reach a job in the third set, then performed press-ups on the court. Djokovic sealed the victory in 2 hours and 17 minutes and will play Austrian 22nd seed Jürgen Meiser for a place in the semi-finals. That's the end of the world news on Myanmar International. I'm Sophie Wee, and thank you for watching.